Good morning and welcome. Jesus, I'm good at these intros, man. Welcome to episode 3 of Two Left Thumbs, where I mess up intros, and I'm joined here by my good friend Dawn of the Dan. How are you, mate?
I am good, thank you very much.
That's the way, mate. What have you been up to in the last fortnight?
Okay. IRL has owned me. Work's been heavy.
I hear you.
Outside of that boring kind of stuff, I finally jumped into Fortnite squads with you.
Yes.
And I think much fun's been had. The game is much better with a team. I'll concede that. Still not a fan of it pretty much solo, but yeah, squads is fun. Squads is definitely good fun. Yeah, so many laughs I had there, and apart from that, I think it's just been mainly Bloodborne. I think I did a Destiny raid the other night. My baby hunter through Callus for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think I've managed to get a full set of mob justices, the SMGs.
a full set.
Arc, Void, and Solar.
I'm pretty sure.
For every occasion.
I'm pretty sure I've had enough of those to fill every secondary slot on every character I have across both consoles.
Yep. So still no sniper. I'm doing it just so I can get the raid sniper. It's not happening. What about you, buddy? What have you been up to?
I've attempted Bloodborne. Do you want to get straight into that, or do you want to wait for the hazing later?
Right, we can talk about all the other fun stuff you've done, and then we can go back to that.
All right, now we've done the fortnight thing. As you said, I kind of threw my schedule to the wind this fortnight and just played whatever the hell I wanted to. It's been a lot of fun, to be honest. A lot of Fortnite, a lot of Forza Horizon 3, so that's been good fun. I ditched Destiny. I don't know. Every time I start the thing up, I'm just filled with sadness and disappointment. I don't know why, but it makes me sad, and that makes me sad. So I don't know. It's just a never-ending cycle. So at the moment, I'm best off just staying away from it and just playing things that I'm enjoying at the moment. Just jumped into Sea of Thieves last night, so I'm a little bit late to the party on it. It kicked off, was it Tuesday this week? For those that don't know, 20th. This is, the 20th. It is now the 24th, so this is recorded live on a Saturday morning where it kicked off on Tuesday. So that's a little bit behind the launch, but it's still good fun nonetheless.
Yeah, you just waited out the server issues.
That's it. Were there server issues? I didn't hear any. I didn't hear any issues.
I think they had a couple of minor ones, but they weren't as catastrophic as some of the big releases have had.
Yeah.
Where servers are down for 12, 14 hours.
Yeah, right.
Disruptions were minimal.
Yep.
And any downtime was for maintenance and scaling. So.
Yep.
No. Overall, the internet didn't really catch fire with it all. So I think it was a pretty, as far as games go, pretty successful launch.
Yeah, I think so. And we did the Fortnite squad thing with you, and you didn't sound too disappointed with it, so that was fun. We had some good laughs too, which is good. For me, that's what it's all about. So
the biggest one in the game is it's got a different sort of weapon mechanic.
Yep.
The bullet time on snipers is something that I'm sad about. I want to hit scan snipers.
Yeah. Every time you took a shot with that sniper, that's what I heard. Why can't I just have hit scan?
Yeah, because I just watched the bullet just go a mile away from target because the target had moved because they're not standing there like potatoes.
Imagine how rude that game would be if those snipers were hit scan.
Oh yeah, no. I'm glad and sad.
Yeah.
Only my snipers should have hit scan.
Yeah, mine too, man. Mine too.
Yeah, everyone else's can have. Yeah. So, but apart from that, I actually like the scoped ARs, the silenced pistols. They're the two guns I'm sort of liking most out of the lot.
My favourites are the pistol, the bald eagle, so the big hand cannon, and just a normal AR. To be honest, it doesn't matter what colour it is, whether it's white, green, like a scar or not. I seem to, if I've got something like that, I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get the hang of that building thing. So
it takes a while. Look, I still don't have it down.
Early days. Yeah. Early days. Yeah, I know. You watch some of the top streamers and it's just like movement for them.
Yeah.
Throwing shit up everywhere and
Yeah.
like, holy smokes. I would sit there and, call in a draftsman and
Yeah.
get 3 quotes.
my panic building just leaves a patchy mess that I then have to try and fix whilst under fire.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an art, man.
Yeah, so as I said, I think I'll be doing that a little bit more, especially squads.
Yep.
I may even dip my toe into some solos and,
Well, I think once, I think once you get the hang of all the mechanics, how to build and all that sort of gear, I think you might find the challenge of solo fun.
Yep.
Being that you like a salty mess of a game, you know what I mean? I think you'll be all right.
Punishing myself.
Yeah.
No, so while we're on that, what else you saw? You're up to Forza the other night.
Yeah.
Having a blast.
Yeah, I've been trying to get used to this wheel. It is not as easy as I expected. It's really good because you've got that real sort of initial control where you got the real small movements instead of having that thumbstick. You're just bashing it side to side to try and turn. Having that small control is really good, but the second you start to lose it, like trying to swing that wheel around to regain and find out where you got to hold it, where you got to start without the actual feel, like it's obviously much different to driving a real car and getting a real car sideways. Not that I know how that feels, but
not from your Honda Civic.
No, that's right. But yeah, just it's a bit to get used to. So it's been fun though.
Yeah, I've actually never played a driving game with a wheel.
I haven't either. I'm going on like nearly 20 years of playing driving games with a controller. So it's
same. Like every Gran Turismo and every game I'm there, and I should buy a wheel for this. Yeah. Never happens because it's money.
Yeah. It's a big outlay. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And I want to add things like a shifter and then do a handbrake mod and possibly customize the steering wheel and all that sort of gear. So it's a bit bigger, a bit easier to sort of hang on to, but time, money, all that sort of thing. Room as well. So
yeah, only so much room for the boy toys.
That's right. And we've made a fair compromise here at home as to where I could store all this shit now. So
yep.
Thank you, Mrs. Static. You're the best.
No. So yeah, it's all good. And on your schedule, man, I don't even know how you schedule so far in advance. I'm one of those people. To schedule a week in advance is pretty hard work.
But for me, it's fairly easy. It's just this month I haven't stuck to it at all. So maybe it's not that easy. But no, normally it's been fairly easy. Next month I'm gonna cut it down a little and just concentrate on 3 games.
Yeah. So 3. I'm trying to.
Sorry, you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying I'm trying to actually set myself a goal of scheduling a week in advance. So Sunday night I get a schedule out for the next week.
Yeah.
I can't do a month because I've changed too much inside that month.
Yeah, well, previously it hasn't been that hard. I've just gone, all right, I play these games, let's put them on a night.
Yep.
Then I'll stick to that. And yeah, like this month it's sort of just been hard to stick to because Destiny's been in there. Normally if I want to change it, I'll change it on the fly, but I haven't this month because I'll just be all over the place with it. But next month I'm just going to concentrate on 3 games that I'm really enjoying at the moment. And it won't be too hard to manage.
So speaking of games you've been really enjoying, let's move on to the challenge.
You can't see him. I'm shaking my head at you.
I'm going to wait for
already.
Wait for the delay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first, and we'll get your thoughts on it, and I'll do my review.
You want my thoughts? You want my thoughts on Bloodborne?
I said, it was a bit of a trolley request 2 weeks ago, I know, but I thought, spending some time in there and setting your challenge, you might learn to love the Soulsborne style games. Did it work?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. I think I gained a whole new hatred for him that I didn't know existed.
It was the equivalent of pouring vinegar on an open wound.
Yeah. Look, the mechanics are cool. I get that. The fact that you've got to grind just to get enough stuff to try and take on this boss that's going to fucking destroy you time and time again, it's not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not my kind of thing. I easily like I did my first session and got up to the boss with a bit of guidance, because apparently I nearly skipped him. Yeah, I streamed that session. I got up to the cleric beast, the big hairy asshole.
Yeah, the trainer boss.
Yep.
Yeah, the trainer boss. Yeah,
trainer boss. Couldn't beat him, but I would have easily spent about 140 blood vials on him just trying to get past him, and I got down to maybe 10% health. Like, got him down to maybe 10% health, and I don't know how often he changes up his attack set, but it just completely changed on me and destroyed me before I could use like the last 2 blood vials or something. So I was looking good. I was looking good to have him finished, and yeah, that had me done.
Yeah,
did this three slam thing where I had no chance to regain, and I was like, you know what, I'm done here.
Yeah. And he is one of those bosses where dodging towards him is actually beneficial, contrary to popular,
that's
popular thought process.
I have a little bit of insight into the game now, and I did spend a lot of time around his backside region.
Yep, checking out the hairy butt.
His hairy butt, and it did seem to be the way to go. Is like the side swings that he does don't seem to do anywhere near as much damage.
Yeah, that's the other one. With
so
his big hairy arm is better than his little skinny arm.
Yeah, so it looks a lot scarier. It's the better side to get to, so I found. And I found that you can, if you hit him twice in the face with a pistol, it staggers him, and you can get a really good hit on him that takes like almost a quarter of his health.
Nice.
But you have to wait till he heals again, and then stagger him again, and I could never get him to heal again, so...
No, it's definitely one of those games that you have to love to fail. If that makes any kind of sense. You've got to be that personality type where when the game just totally fucking shatters your soul, it makes you pick it up and just go, nah, you're not beating me. I can remember
it beat
2 years ago when I first played it, I was the same. I was like picking the controller up and almost crying, going, why is this game doing this to me? And I put it down. I had to walk away for a week, and I've just got that personality type where I just can't let shit go. It's like, no, I've got to beat this thing.
No, I can happily let it go. So
yeah, and I reckon, as I said, 40 attempts at the first boss. It was one of those real get good moments.
Yep.
But yeah, when I beat him, it was like, whoa, felt so good. I was like nervous and sweaty, and the clouds parted and the angels sung and all this sort of shit. So, and then, as I said, it's one of those games, and once you get it, for want of a better term, once you get it, it becomes highly addictive in there. But until you actually get it, it can seem like an insurmountable cliff.
Yeah. I think one thing the biggest thing I didn't like about it was the fact that you try and battle your way through everything to then find out you can run through it.
Yeah. But you need to battle through it to get the materials. That's so it's like you can take the grind out of it and skip your way right through it, but you don't get any healing or materials or upgrade things for your weapons.
Yeah.
So I think people have sped run the game in 34 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So you can run through 99% of the game. There's only actually,
actually, I wanted to just take a quick moment to acknowledge a streamer that we both know and love, who during the week completed Dark Souls 3 without a single death, and that is Syntax 7. If you guys haven't heard of him, go and check him out on Twitch. He's a good part of the reason I started streaming. So he's an awesome dude, and he's been known for his his permadeath type runs in Destiny and now Dark Souls. So
he was the first one to get to level 400, wasn't he, or max light in Destiny 1?
I don't know if he was the first. I think he was very close to, but it was a massive achievement. I was there.
Or was he the?
There you go.
Yeah, he was the first to complete the raids.
Yeah, he did all raids.
Hard mode raids or something. I know he got to 400. Something in permanent Destiny.
Yeah. He's an absolute. But he does not give up. Okay, I think, yeah, to do it in Destiny, he went through about 11 characters. So his perseverance, definitely up there. He's much better than mine.
Yeah, I would have died about 50 sparrow deaths. Yeah, so yeah, no, that was I actually hung out in a fair bunch of those streams, watching him go, and
Yeah,
play.
I was there that morning when it was morning for us, but I was there that morning when he got to 400. He was doing the saber strike, and you got the machine gun, the heavy machine gun to finally get to 400. So
Yeah, nice.
It was a fair celebration.
All right, so back on track. We digress.
We absolutely did.
So from your comments, we can assume that you won't be playing it through the rest of the game.
You can assume that I've deleted it and I will never be looking at it again. Yes.
No, all right. Okay, so we'll jump over to my review, coming from Fanboy Dan. So the challenge you guys set me was the no armor challenge. So basically, I just got to run around in my old Grundy undies.
Yep.
And when I agreed to that, I was like, okay, yeah. I can remember from Dark Souls, armor doesn't have a huge effect on the game, but in Bloodborne it does. It's not so much the physical damage offset; it's all the other elements that the armor gives you protection against.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so inside Dark Souls, you can have like light through to heavy armor builds, where in Bloodborne it's only light armors, and you have a whole series of different ones that give you different status reducing effects. Would be the way, or elemental reducing effects. So yeah, that's what I found. It hurting. We have a boss that has a status attack to attack. They can just about one-shot me really, really easily. But as I said, yeah, I like the series. I've played through Dark Souls 3. I'm tempted to grab Dark Souls 2 because it's a really good price on PSN. I enjoy the mechanics. I enjoy the obtuse storylines and everything else like that. And I'm the kind of player. I spent 2 hours the other night trying to take down one NPC so I can actually have access to a weapon from my build. So yeah. So as I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, I like it. But as I said, it's a very polarizing game. There's lots of stuff on YouTube where players just rage at it.
Yeah.
And yeah. All right, so I think that'll be that. So can I wear armor yet, or do I have to go through and play the whole game?
You can wear armor, mate.
Sweet. I want there's a good, nice little crow feather set.
Yeah, go do it. Go do your thing.
Nice. All right, so that's that 2 weeks down. So we'll quickly touch on some sales going on.
Yep.
And then, so on PSN at the moment, they have their Easter sale. And there's some pretty decent titles in there at pretty nice prices. So you got Assassin's Creed Origins down to $55 for the standard edition, which I lost faith in the Assassin's Creed series. Just after Black Flag, I only enjoyed Black Flag because I could cruise around on a ship and be a pirate. But yeah, as I said, I lost faith in the series after that. I was very dubious picking this title up, but I was glad I did. It's a return to form for the series. You have Skyrim, the remastered edition, for $25. Absolute gem at that price.
That's a brilliant price.
Yeah, so do yourself a favor, take an arrow to the knee and give that a go. Yeah, the game that spawned a million memes. Star Wars Battlefront 2, everybody's favorite salt shaker, is down to $39. Nier Automata, which is probably another one of those niche type. It's not a Soulsborne game, but it's one of those niche RPG type games. Is down to $48. It's actually on my to buy list. So, and the next one is the Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition, which includes all the DLC packs and all that sort of jazz. It's down to $25. Once again, an absolute bargain for that price. It's a top game.
I might need to look at that one.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, it's a really, really good game. Great story, and yeah, for that, I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely worth looking at. And the last one that sort of caught my eye is the BioShock collection. So, which is the 3 BioShock games bundled into one package for $48. So all those prices are Australian. I enjoyed the BioShock games. yeah, so as I said, they're a bit of a twist on the old FPS genre.
They're a
But they
game.
had,
Sorry, continue, mate.
yeah, a little bit more story driven. Than yeah, you think like the Wolfenstein's a bit more story driven FPS where it's just not clear, non-stop clearing of levels and stuff like that. There's actually a reason.
Yeah, yeah, they're like a franchise of game, I guess, that they were a thing when I wasn't gaming, but I'd always liked the look of them. I've never gotten to check them out. So at that price, I think I might have to.
Solid FPS.
Yep.
And they got some. They do a twist on the mechanics, so you get like it's like a shooter / magic type thing. But the storylines are cool. So so as I said, there's some gems in there. If you've got nothing lined up for the next month, and you've got a bit of spare cash, go and have a look.
Yeah, some brilliant ones in there.
Yep, and I'll hand over to you with the Xbox.
All right, so the moment on Xbox Gold, the freebies, we have Trials of the Blood Dragon again. You guys go get that. Don't even bother. We got Super Hot. I watched Deaf Puppies play this a little while back, like a couple of nights ago actually, and it looks really cool. Like the synopsis on it reads like blurring the lines between cautious strategy and unbridled mayhem. Super Hot is the FPS in which the time only moves when you move. No regenerating health bars, no conveniently placed ammo drops. It's just you, outnumbered, outgunned, grabbing the weapons of fallen enemies to shoot, slice, and maneuver through a hurricane of slow motion bullets. It has a really cool mechanic to it, where as that just stated, time moves when you move. So if you stand still, so does time.
Nice.
So it's pretty much just a white background, like you're in like just a very small construct of a room or something like that. That's pretty much completely white, and every person that's coming at you to try and kill you is red. And you've got to shoot them. If you run out of ammo, you need to throw your gun at them so that it sort of knocks them back and they drop their gun. You got to then grab their gun, shoot them with it, and continue on. It looks like a fun sort of challenging game, and you got to you need to sort of know the patterns. You need to sort of be strategic with how you move, where you move, and all that sort of gear. And when I was watching like Puppies play it, I was physically trying to dodge the bullets that he was physically trying to dodge as well. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of that immersive.
It sucked you in.
Yeah, it was. It looks really good. I believe that's on PS4 as well. Is that right?
I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, but it's a freebie on Xbox Gold at the moment, so I highly recommend picking that one up. As far as the deals that we have on Xbox Gold at the moment, we have Titanfall 2. Go and get it now. Don't even wait for the price. Titanfall 2 for $7.49 on Xbox right now. That's a steal. That game is amazing.
Crazy.
Even if you only play the campaign, that's a ridiculous bargain. That is up until all these ones at the moment are up until the 10th of the 4th. They're all on sale for. So we've got Star Wars Battlefront 2, also over on Xbox for sale at the same price, $39.98, down from $99.95. Same again, 10th of the 4th. FIFA 18 is also $39.98. UFC 3 is $64.97, so that's probably not as heavily discounted.
That's only brand new.
But I'm pretty sure it's only a month or two old, yeah.
Yeah, it's still very shiny.
Yep. And Battlefield 1 Revolution is $29.68. So there's some good bargains to be had on Xbox at the moment as well.
So once again, at that price, Battlefield 1 I had it. It's claim to fame. It's got the big 64s, but 64 sort of maps and stuff like that.
Yep.
I got tired of the PvP component of it after a while.
Right.
But yeah, it was mainly because people were better than me and I sulked. It wasn't it, but the campaigns inside that game were brilliant. So it sort of recreated some of the more epic scenarios out of World War One.
Yep.
probably threw a bit of it based it loosely on real events, obviously, and yeah, the campaigns were great. They were immersive. I can remember one of them you played as an Aussie digger, and you sort of had to work your way up the cliffs of Gallipoli and and it was like, yeah, fantastic. So as I said, that's another game you could probably pick up, just play through the campaigns and jump into the PvP once every 6 months. Yeah, because as I said, my complaints was that the maps were huge, and I usually get sniped running across open ground like a tool. So, and in turn, I couldn't. It's once again, they weren't hit scan snipers, and there was bullet drop and all this realism in there.
Yeah,
which didn't suit my skill level.
No,
I need all the advantage I can get.
Yeah.
So, and I think actually PSN got those EA sport titles as well. I just forgot to put them in my list because they don't immediately pop up. I'm not a sports game fan.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't played Star Wars Battlefront 2, but I did play Battlefront, which I ended up giving away in a raffle. It was an enjoyable game, and they do have the big sort of PvP maps as well. I can't remember exactly how many, but there was a lot. There was a lot of dudes on one map, and it was a lot of fun. But I just never had anyone to play that with, so I ended up just sort of falling away from it. But I don't know. I know they had the big scandal at the start at launch with all the loot boxes and all that sort of gear. Apparently that's all scaled back and it's playable again.
Yeah, it was the hiding of the desirable characters behind either loot boxes.
Yep.
And yeah, there weren't so much paywalls, but yeah, the alternative was a ridiculous amount of grinding. Like, so to unlock Darth Vader, for example, you had to do some like 2,000 hours of grinding. It's probably exaggerated, but it was the equivalent of. It was a very heavy pay to get the characters you want.
Yep.
Sort of scenario, and that's what the big kick up was about that game. The actual game itself apparently has a campaign mode, which the first one didn't have.
Yep.
So like my inner Star Wars nerd is like, I just play it for the campaign and throw it in the bin. So yeah, as I said, it's one of those things.
Nice.
Yeah, as I said, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. I've got too much stuff to do. I don't know whether I'll get it or not. I'd love to play the campaign, but we'll wait and see.
All right. Do you want to do a quick recap on the freebie games that we've got to choose from? I've got to go and run and turn off my wife's alarm that she's sleeping through right now.
All right. So the PSN freebie games for the month, for this month, we've got left. We have Bloodborne, which we spoke about just previously. We have the latest Ratchet and Clank reboot, which was a re-envisioning of the original title. Definitely worth a grab. Dear me. What else do we have? PSN's closed. We had Mighty Number 9, I think it was called, so that's the Mega Man sort of spawn.
Yep.
Can't remember. There's a Catherine. I can't remember.
Claire.
Got to open up. Claire, that's the one. Yeah. The 2D Silent Hill.
Sorry, I got the titles here. If you want me to just read them out to you.
Yeah. So that was the you wake up in a nightmare, an emotional and journey through one woman's nightmare.
Yep.
So you think 2D Silent Hill. That was that one. We had Mighty Number 9.
We had. Where did we get to? We do Ratchet and Clank. You get into
yeah, done Ratchet and Clank.
And Bombing Busters.
Bombing Busters, which is the old Bomberman. That's what it reminded me of. So yeah, as I said, there's some worth a look. So I've put all of them in my library, and we'll just have a squiz at some of them when time permits.
Yep.
Some of those indie games you can burn 6 hours inside them, and you're never going to lose your life. But you can burn 6 hours, enjoy them, and discard them.
Like Ryan. That was a good little one for a couple of hours, and I think that
was 6.5 hours to get through that.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I think I put 2 hours into that, and I don't feel that I need to get back to it, but it was fun. You know what I mean? Like, so if you got something like that, why not?
Yeah, I had to find out who the person in the red cape was.
I was intrigued. I'm like, do I really need to? I probably should. I still have it there, so I can get back to it. But
I wouldn't have slept. It would have kept me awake at night. All
Yeah.
right. And probably the only other thing kicking around out there is the Elder Scrolls Online is free to play for another couple of days. So it was free to play from the 21st, and that goes through to the 27th.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
right.
you have ever enjoyed any of the ESOs type games, have a look. Okay,
Alright.
so that's that. So we might move over.
Jump onto my pick for the week for the fortnight, eh?
Oh yeah. Dan's demise.
Yep, Dan's demise. It's not really Dan's demise. We're gonna play Ratchet and Clank, man. We're gonna have some fun.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, I love you. I love you, man.
It's my style of game, man. Let's just go have fun. Let's enjoy the game we're playing, not stress at it.
All right, so sweet. I get you beat shit up with a big spanner.
Yep. I never got to play it back in the day, and it does look like a lot of fun. So
yeah, man.
I feel
it's a good, solid platformer.
Yeah, I feel for the most part the other three games there we've kind of played in some form as another game in the past. So
yep,
Ratchet and Clank is the go.
Lovely stuff.
Nice one, man. All right, let's move on over to game updates. What do we got?
All right. Okay, so big news in the Overwatch world. There's a new character. I think she's been on the PTS for the PC players.
Yep.
That's the public test server. Her name is Bridget. She's a support player. So I haven't used her. I haven't actually logged into Overwatch for a while, but I'll just run through a quick blurb about her. She specializes armor. She can throw repair packs to heal teammates or automatically heal nearby allies when she's damaged. When she damages foes with her flail. Her flail is capable of a wide swing to strike multiple targets, up to a maximum of 3, or a whip shot that hits enemies at range, but it does not stun. When entering the fray, Barrier Shield provides personal defense while she attacks enemies with Shield Bash, stunning them for a short time. Her ultimate ability, Rally, gives her a substantial short-term boost to speed and provides long-lasting armor to her nearby allies. So she sounds like a conglomeration of a few other the characters inside the game, doesn't she?
Sounds like Torbjorn, but on steroids.
Yeah, with healing packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably what she doesn't have is the little turret ability where she can set up the little defense turrets and all that sort of stuff. But as I said, I'm half toying with logging into the game and having a look when she's released.
Yeah, sounds good. It might give me a reason to get into it. It's been a long time.
Yeah. No, so as I said, that's that. We all know about what's happening in the Destiny world, so we don't really need to sit on that. Probably give some thoughts and feedbacks once the Go Faster update's gone live.
Yep.
But
when's that due?
27th.
27th, yeah.
Yep, that's the
3 days
update for that.
3 days from recording it.
Yeah, just before reset, I think.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, as I said, we'll comment on that next podcast after we've been in it, or one of us or two of us have been in and played it and seen what dramatic changes that happened in that sandbox.
Yep.
It's all speculation now, anyway. So apart from that, anything in your part of the world that you want to talk about as far as updates and new stuff goes?
Well, Fortnite's been doing the mobile thing, the mobile beta. Now, what we were afraid of is reality. The fact that the thumbstick for it is on screen, so you're just going to drift across the screen and not really be able to control it. I've not played it. I'm only going off what I've seen and heard. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to play it on a mobile.
Yep.
But it sounds like the aim assist is ridiculously high on it also. So.
Yeah. I watched a YouTube clip by Mr. Fruit, which I just do to make myself happy because I love his voice.
he's a funny guy.
Oh man, it's just it brings a smile to your face. So he did it. He played on his iPad, and what was his comments? Using an AR is like rolling a dice.
I think it's almost like that anyway.
Yeah, but that's what he said. That's what it felt like. It was a bit harder. He had all these tech reasons why he couldn't do shit with his phone, so he had to use his iPad to play the mobile platform. And he goes, it's a bit harder because the screen's bigger, and he's only got human-sized hands.
Yep.
But that's what he said. He goes, these, and of course he made it sound heaps funnier than I do. But basically, that was his comments. Yeah, the guns kind of felt like rolling a dice. It was very RNG with shooting.
Yep.
So yeah, but as I say, I haven't tried it. I've been meaning to sign up for it and put it on my phone, but I just haven't got there.
Yep.
Is it only available? I think it's. I don't know if it's had an Android release yet. I think it has.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
as I said, I
was
have to.
iOS only as far as I knew, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I've only got Apple phone, so I can't comment. So
Yep.
if any of the chat body in chat knows, throw it out there.
Yep.
All right.
And that we're also looks like coming down the line is a heavy shotgun with more range because the shotguns in Fortnite need more range.
All I can say is about time.
I thought it'd make you happy. So, Fortnite are getting Felwinter's Lie apparently.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
Yep.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks kind of cool. So he's hoping. Yeah.
Lovely. All right. So apart from that, it is rather quiet out there as far as updates and movements. So with that, we might move on to the next section. We're just going to do something a little bit different this time around. Get to know us better, I guess. And I'm going to talk about this time around what got us into streaming originally. So I might let you kick off, buddy. So basically, what got you into streaming? What were your starting ideas and goals? Has this changed over time?
I'll start with what got me into streaming. Funnily enough, this is it's kind of a long story, but I can make it very short. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan podcasts. I know this is a very odd start to the story. I can't remember who it was he had on now. It might have been, I know, Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson. He also streams. It might have been him that he had on, but he was talking to someone. It might have even been like a actual professional gamer or like a full-time streamer. But he had someone on that was streaming. It's the first I heard of it, so I'm like, well, this sounds really interesting. You know, like I was pretty well balls deep into Destiny and all that sort of gear. I thought, well, let's go and check it out. So sure enough, I found a whole bunch of Destiny streamers. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then sort of along the way, one night, before I was in Dads of Destiny, I was looking for a raid team. LFG was a struggle. All my mates had sort of moved on, so I'm like, oh, well, let's see what these go. If I can find something even in someone's chat or whatever. And I stumbled across a big red shirted nerd by the name of Syntax 7, and just the way he sort of carried himself and ran his stream and was able to sort of interact with chat and keep everything going. It really got me interested in doing the exact same sort of thing. So as far as the want to start streaming, I owe that to him. So starting ideals and goals, I can't say I really had any, apart from just meeting new people and at the time was just showing the world the antics that we were getting up to within the old potato saladins, which is where Spud Nation came from. That turned into our speedrunner Wrath of the Machine and all that sort of gear. So I didn't really have any starting goals or ideals or anything like that. Just play the game, have fun, and hopefully people were enjoying what I was putting out there.
Man, we used to talk some garbage in those bloody raids, didn't we?
Oh, big time, yeah, big time. In fairness, a lot of the time I'd sort of sit back every now and then, listen to the conversation that was going on, and just say, like, imagine if you're just tuning in now. I don't know how many people we turned away, like just the garbage that we talked, but we were having fun. So
yep, that's
the one thing that's the one thing that's come through with me the whole way. I want to be having fun, so that everyone that comes in looks like can see that. And if they want to have fun, then they can join in. If they don't want to have fun, then they can go be sad somewhere else. Yep. What about yourself, mate?
Right, so what has any of that changed over time as such? Sounds like I hang out in your streams fairly regularly, so I know the answer, but let's let everyone else know.
I don't know if my goals have definitely changed actually in a way. I think it was the affiliate program that sort of did that when I guess it was starting to be monetized and all that sort of gear. I think I kind of fell headfirst into it and just went with it. I know we're getting into the latest thing now, or because that's kind of all changing at the moment. Do we want to get into that now, or cover on that a little bit later?
We might touch on that too a little bit in advance.
Righto. So I'm actually getting away from the affiliate deal and Twitch altogether. I'm moving on over to Mixer. So it has changed. As far as the final output of my stream or whatever, it won't be any different. It'll just be in a different place. So and demonetizing everything. It's actually I can feel it already, even though I haven't gotten away from it yet. I can feel it already. It's taken just like a layer of stress off me that I don't need, especially when I'm just trying to have fun and show everyone else a fun time. So yeah, that's a big change.
All right, so over to me. So what got me into streaming? There's this game called Destiny. It had these things called raids. This raid was called Vault of Glass. And I wanted to know how to play it. So I went onto YouTube and found, these bunch of scrubs like Gothalion and Broman, and watched their YouTube clips, and they go, what's this Twitch thing? And so I went and had a look. I'm going, holy smokes, this is actually a thing. People watch people play video games. And probably from there, the guys had a lot of fun. They were doing help, they were doing carry, they were helping people. And in time, as I said, we kicked off Dads of Destiny. I was one of the first 6 members, Australian branch of Dads of Destiny. And the whole foundation of that is to help people find people and like-minded people to play with. So it's basically a lot of LFGs. If you had to go and because your kids fell down a set of stairs, you just get booted from the fire team. Where the Dodd ethos was more, well, we understand, man, because it's going to happen to us in 10 minutes time. So
exactly.
And that went into there, and then from that, we sort of built that up. And there was, at the core of that, there's always this helping people. And and as I said, I'm an admin in the thing, and my primary job is to connect people and help people. So then it comes to the streaming thing. Unfortunately, Australia's renowned for its excellent internet. So I thought, well, I like making people happy and I like helping people. So let's have a crack at this. And unfortunately, at the time, it was extremely poor quality output because I only had ADSL2, I think about 1.2 megabytes up max.
You had more than I did.
Yeah, but so I couldn't really play any online games. So it was, I did a bit of Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and a couple of that. I could handle Division when it was there, but overall, and then Twitch moved its quality standards outside of my internet's capability, so I had to shut down for over 12 months.
Yep.
During the time, as I said, kept helping. You kicked your streaming career off, and we had a blast doing that. And then I think it was, it was about August last year, finally upgraded to something that was better. So it's like, well, let's kick this thing off again. And so for me, I've always been more of a variety streamer. Always played a lot of Destiny, but I can't lock myself into one game. Never been able to. For me to play through a game from beginning to end without taking a break somewhere during that playthrough and playing something else is extremely rare. I think I've only ever done it on about 2 or 3 games. So as I said, I've come from probably a different, probably gaming background as such there. And but the sort of thing is that still people can drop in. I can be playing a story-driven game like Last of Us. I'm, quite happy to talk, laugh at my own stupidness most of the time as I die some weird random death. People can gain some insight into the game or get some information on how to clear a level or where to find items. Fantastic. That's the sort of thing. And then, as I said, when we do the online stuff, I'm happy to help people get through content because that's what makes me happy. So yeah, but I'm agree with you there. I play what makes me extremely selfish like that.
Yep.
I won't commit to a schedule that doesn't make me feel good. Like I've said, I struggle to schedule a week in advance.
Yep.
Because it can come midweek and I feel totally different and want to play a completely different style of game. So yeah, it's sort of, that's kind of how I roll with that. Yeah, I monetized, but it's never been, it's there. I've probably never actually been able to turn the switch on and let the money flood through the gates because I'm just not that large.
Yep.
So it's not actually really present in my world. And as I said, through Twitch, I'm an Amazon affiliate. I've got a list of stuff, but it's like I've said before, that's stuff that I find at a good price. I won't put stuff up there if I can find it cheaper elsewhere because I'm a tight ass by nature. If you haven't picked that up. So as I said, the stuff there will generally be one of the most competitive prices. And it's usually random shit like a book I've read or some other stuff, what coffee I'm enjoying at the moment. So yeah, as I said, and the monetization, turn it off, turn it on, doesn't really worry me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So for me, yeah, it's a hobby that if I can get some, be like busking, if I can get some cash out of busking, well, great, I can buy a new guitar. If I don't, well, I'll just have to buy my own guitar. That's kind of how I look at it. Yeah, so as I said, it's never been a let's get into streaming and build a career out of it.
Yep.
It's for me, it's definitely it's a side gig. It's a hobby.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's why I do it 4 nights a week and take 3 nights off and spend it with my family, and all that.
Yeah, family. What are
they? No, so as I said, yeah, and has it changed? Yes and no. I still, at its core, that's my fundamental belief. It's part of who I am. I like helping people, and I like being happy, and I like making people happy. So that is generally the core role. Even though I know I made you play Bloodborne, which seems contrary to all of that.
Yeah, that's made me really happy, man.
That was one of those selfish make me happy moments.
No, sometimes you got to have that, eh?
Yeah. So, but no. So as I said, yeah, we probably come from 2 different backgrounds as far as you started as pretty much a single game streamer and diversified. Yep. And and I pretty much started as diversification because I'm horrible and can't commit.
That's probably something I should have touched on. I did start out with a single game stream, so I did start out as streaming straight Destiny, and doing majority, like I would say 99% of my streaming was either raids or raid help, mostly trying to raid help, and I don't know, like the grind of that just would burn me out at times. So getting those speed runs in and all that sort of thing brought the fun back into it, and I could then sort of go back in and enjoy raiding again. But I don't know, like the last go at it that we did, it was just sort of like bashing our head against the wall, and I just came out a bloody mess, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So that got me into more like a much broader variety, and so much so where I'm struggling to keep like 1 game per night during the week, you know what I mean? So I've gone from one extreme to the other, where I've got like 8 or 9 games I'm trying to squeeze into a week, as opposed to 1 over 7 nights. So I guess the challenges there are just scheduling. I have to schedule it, otherwise I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing. You know what I mean? I need that kind of organisation. But like I said earlier, I will be cutting down to like 3 titles per month, and they might rotate or they might be the same 3, but at least then I can manage it better, and it's fairly easy.
Nice. And I always, we've had these conversations before. I've hats off to anybody who can be a single game streamer.
Yep.
Day in, day out, especially the professional guys that play these games. I play for 2-3 hours a night. These guys play for 8 hours a day. It's a job for them.
Yep.
And to sit down and do that for that amount of time and have that level of dedication is well beyond my capability. Yep. I don't have the attention span for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, there were many times, like during Destiny, even Destiny 2, like there were many times there where I could have easily sat here for 12 hours. I actually did a couple of 15-hour streams sort of early on there, where I could have just I easily sat there and played that game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, but it can be difficult. Like, could I do that 7 days a week, 6 days a week? I don't know. I don't think so, but I can see how it is doable. So
yeah, all right, mate.
I just don't have that time.
No. Yeah, rip IRL.
Yep.
Okay, so that's there's a bit of an insight into what got us started doing what we do. And even to some extent, this podcast is has the same goals for me. It's I once every 2 weeks log in, talk some shit about what makes me feel happy, and hopefully spreads that happiness and awareness to other people.
Your happiness is my sadness in Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's just that's just recharging my inner troll. All right. So in the future, what are we looking forward to? So I watched a bit of stuff during the week. There's some gameplay, early gameplay release of God of War 4 has found its way onto YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, that game looks good.
I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, I was watching it having, Kratos nerdgasms happening. I'm going, it would be one of those games that, here's $100, take my money.
Take my money.
Yeah. And that's a rare game for me. I generally will wait until something hits the discount shelf. But this game, it's looking good. The combat looks solid because it's gone from, it was not a 2D game, but that's kind of what it was.
Yep.
It wasn't a true 3D sort of game. So, and it's moved now to a third person over the shoulder kind of view.
Yep.
And say, wow, that's a big change from where it was. But holy smokes, the combat looks pretty damn good. He's still a very angry, capable guy by the looks of it.
Yep.
So I'm waiting for more release stuff on that, and April 20th I think is the release date on that. So it's another month away, but about 20 odd more sleeps. You can do it. Hold out. Yeah. So that's pretty much what's on my radar at the moment, and I haven't allowed anything else onto it. Yourself, mate? What are you looking at over the next couple of weeks?
Look, games I'm looking forward to is just getting more time into Sea of Thieves. Like I said, I finally picked it up yesterday, so I got into it last night. I may be nursing a slight hangover this morning. Slight rum-induced hangover, but no, it's a lot of fun. So I'm looking to get into more of that. And again, I don't know why, but I look backwards instead of looking forwards when it comes to games. So I'm looking to get into games that already exist still. So more racing. Try and wrestle this wheel and get the hang of it properly, and actually get to throw down some racing lines that look half decent instead of just running into walls. Would be mad. That's my primary cornering technique. Well, at the moment I'm bouncing off other cars and walls, so it gets me around corners. Probably faster than I can get through them myself, so it's working for me so far. But if I can make it look better, that'd be good. So that's nice, man. Nice. Yeah. All right, so the next 2 weeks, what's that going to look like for you in gaming, streaming world? Well, that's gonna change. It's going to change, but it's going to not really look different. I'm going to have a different background behind me when you're watching me, pretty much, and a different chat is going to be there. But so moving over to Mixer, and getting away from Twitch. So I don't know what more to say about that. I feel over there, it's just I don't know. There's a lot for me to gain over there, where it's not a new. In terms of, there you go. So the gain, you meaning in terms of growth, your community growth? Yeah, community growth, exposure, and just like quality, like just small quality of life things over there in general. We do a lot of like multi streams, and it really benefits the like everyone involved in that co-stream, where Mixer brings all your chats together. You share the same view account, so like it's a cumulative, where everyone has the same view account in that co-stream. So if one person brings in 10, the person brings in 40, everyone's got 50. And all that chat happens together. So that's one of the many sort of smaller things that have led me over there.
So you'll know from like our past conversations that I feel exactly the same way about co-streaming.
Yep.
One of the things, like we go run a raid, we do a multi-stream. It's great, but it always feels isolated.
Yeah,
the two different streamers, their chats are disconnected.
Yep.
And one guy's talking, and you can hear the guy talking to his community, and the guys in the other community listening to the stream go, well, there's always been this. It feels disjointed would be the word.
Exactly. You've got people talking over each other to conversations that others can't see.
Yeah, so I actually been experimenting on Mixer because I'm very small. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm very small and flexible. I don't have a huge community. And I ran one of the co-streams with our good friend, Fractured Winky, the other night, doing a Destiny raid. And exactly, it was like, yep, this is what, unfortunately, I only had my mobile phone to watch it on. My laptop couldn't hold open a browser and stream at the same time.
Yep.
So I didn't get to watch, both screens at the same time, but just having the two chat rooms joined together was absolutely fantastic. So the guys in Winky, that come in to watch Winky stream, you could still interact with them. I found it really, really good. So, as I said, for me, I've got a very fledgling community. I'm only a very small streamer. Like you said, there's the exposure. It's a hobby for me, so it doesn't matter what platform I'm on, as long as I'm making people happy.
Yep.
But I feel that, as I said, we did that co-stream, and I felt like, well, yeah, I'm in a happy place doing this because you can interact with everybody and you can talk to everybody and see what's going on and everything like that. So I think that even for me, you'll probably see more of me over there.
Yep.
So yeah, as I said, I like the terminology, the FTL. I like that. That's faster than light. For those who don't know what it stands for.
Yep.
Given my extremely nerdy background, it's like, no, nothing's faster than light at this point in time.
Yep.
It sounds like something from Red Dwarf from the 90s.
Yep.
For me, but all tongue in cheek aside, it's as I said, it's for that co-stream stuff, it's pretty fantastic. You get that instant interaction. You do the networking side of it, because it is the technology it uses, it can be prone to jitters and lag spikes.
Yep.
So if you're after that flawless 4K, perfect polished stream, FTL probably wouldn't be for you.
Yeah.
But if you can handle a glitch in the matrix, and it's a trade-off for that instant community interaction or the co-streams.
Yep. Which
for me, it's like, well, it's a no-brainer, and doing high quality output like that.
That's right.
And I'm in it for the interaction and stuff like that. So even for me, as I said, it hasn't been a long, painful road for me. You guys started talking about it a couple of weeks ago, and I go, oh, yeah, I'll go check this stuff out.
Yep.
Being the experimental mindset that I am, I quickly built myself a little thingy, headed on over there, and did a bit of research. And I thought, well, I'll give this a crack. So as I said, I'll probably pack up my bags and move over there in the next month as well.
So for anyone that isn't familiar with the platform at all, Mixer is a Microsoft-owned platform. So you can stream straight to it from your Xbox. So what you find over there at the moment is a lot of people streaming off their Xbox. So you see a lot of Xbox games over there, but with a lot of with the use of OBS and all that sort of stuff. Even the other one, I can't think, XSplit, I think it is. Even with the use of software like that, you can get over there, play PlayStation games, PC games, whatever. And that's the way a lot of streamers are doing it these days. But you do get a lot of Xbox games over there purely because of it being an Xbox. You can do it straight off your console. So
it's reflected in the directory.
Exactly.
You can see that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, so I was over there playing Bloodborne. So I'm the blue console over there playing a game.
I did have a little giggle. I dropped in real quick one night when I had to get to bed, but I dropped in real quick and I could just see a big PSN symbol in the corner. I just had this big smile on my face, like there he is.
But I hadn't been trolled. I was you know, like, oh, okay, I'm expecting a bit of a haze in here, you know. And the blue boys moved onto the block playing a game that they can't access.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, the people who've dropped in have been pretty awesome. I haven't had one troll yet.
Yeah.
As I said, I'd call one real stream and 2 practice streams for a total of about 3 hours. But everybody who outside of our little community that's dropped in, all the newbies, they've been nice people. So
I've found everyone over there, a lot more welcoming. I guess, you know, like on Twitch, sort of everyone's sort of got their community, so it's very hard to sort of build one. This is going into another big part of why I'm moving over. Yeah. Very hard to build a community there. You know, you get your regular viewers, and that's great, but it's very hard for new people to join into that. It seems very, very niche in that aspect. Where over there, everyone just seems super welcoming. Like even streamers are happy to talk about stream stuff. You know what I mean? So like I haven't actually streamed over there yet. I'll have a few tests coming up in the next week or two in coming into the move. But even just having a chat with streamers now, like I'll drop some comments or some questions in, and just little different quality of life sort of things that I guess only a streamer would ask, without trying to be too forceful in putting across that I'm a streamer, and I'm sort of trying to get that information for myself to make my decision. And a lot of people are just like, well, you know, if you're a streamer, let me know. And you know, they're happy to sort of they haven't met me the first time I'm talking to them, and they're happy to sort of give me a shout out and all that sort of gear in chat, which is on Twitch is near unheard of. So
as I said, my view of that, Twitch is a very big marketplace.
It's a built community in my eyes.
But everybody already has the shops they like going to, and you open up a new. I'm the equivalent of a pop-up corner store. You know, probably built out of paddle pop sticks and a bit of, you know, like the Little Rascal style with the hand painted sign with the S's backwards and shit. And that's when they drop in and they see that and they say, "Oh fuck this! I'm going off. No, I'm going off to one of the big chain stores because they're professional and get me the same thing better."
Yeah.
So as I said, it's that's is my, you know, I do it as a hobby, so I'm not heavily invested in any platform.
Yep.
But as I said, my experience over there so far has been positive, and
nice.
So all right, I think that's about that. We can probably in a future podcast divulge more into communities and stuff like that.
Well, we can go more into it in the next one, because I'll have had a little bit of time over there, and we can we can speak to more of that then.
Yeah, we're talking about our journey to date.
Yep.
All right, I know you, buddy, but that's just about me done.
That'll do us.
Yeah, for the first time ever, I've just about run out of things to say.
I don't know how to take. Are you okay? I don't know how to take this. Get a little lie down.
With a cool washer on my head. All right. So wrapping up, if I'm Dawn of the Dan, you can find me everywhere at Dawn of the Dan, except on PSN where I'm Dankle1, and you can find me over on Mixer as well at Dawn of the Dan. So that's just mixer.com/Dawn of the Dan. We'll update probably all our stuffs accordingly in time, like graphics and everything else like that. And that's about it. As I said, I'll probably be still mucking around in Bloodborne because it's got its hooks in, and I'll be jumping into Ratchet and Clank. So I can. Love it.
What?
And we'll go there.
Awesome.
That's good on you, mate. Good on you. All right, over to you, buddy.
I have been and will always be Static Oz. You can find me just about everywhere at Static Oz, except for Xbox Live, where I'm Static Oz Gamer, because Static Oz on Xbox, wherever you are, I'm coming for you. I want my name back, damn it. But yeah, adding Mixer in now and dropping Twitch out. So if you're watching us on YouTube, or live, at the little thing down there where it's got the Twitch symbol there this way, that'll turn into like a white and blue X instead of the purple beach box. That's about the difference. So that's where you'll find me, guys.
All right.
Let's get out, eh?
All right. Time to peace.
Thanks.
Catch us later.
Thanks for listening, watching, and putting up with us, guys. Catch ya. What button do I press again?
I don't know. Just try any old one.
Bye.